Yes, children, welcome back. Now we are going to continue the exercise 1B. Till 4th we have already completed. Now, subsets and supersets. So what is a subset? A is called a subset of B if every member of A is also a member of B. I can explain you with one example. If I have A, in this I have two elements 1 and 2. And I have one more set in which I have these four elements 1, 2, 3 and 4. But you can easily see that this set A is a part of B, right? So what I will say, A is subset of B, right? So how to write this? This is the notation for that. Beta, the letter U is sleeping on this line, right? So how we read it? A is a subset of B. If A is not a subset of B, we write it as like this. A is not means cancel it. A is not subset of B. Now superset. If A is a subset of B, then we say that B is a superset of A. They are just opposite now. A is contained in B means A is smaller set, so A is subset of B. B is containing A, so B is bigger set. It means B is superset. So I can write it as B contains A, or I will read it B is a superset of A. Clear? So now after that I am going to tell you proper subset. Beta, if every element of A is element of B, but B has at least one element which is not an element of A. How? From example it will be more clear. A is equal to 1 and 7. B is equal to 1, 7, 3, 4. B, 7 is also in B, but 3 and 4 are extra elements in B. So I will say that A is proper subset of B. Means A is properly contained in B. So it will be denoted like this. So what is difference between proper subset and subset? Beta, if I am writing like this, A is contained in B, I will say A is subset of B. This one, A is proper subset of B. In this, beta, A is subset means A is contained in B or A is equal to B. But in this, A is fully contained in B. It should not be equal to B. It will be always smaller than B. Okay? That is only the difference. Okay, now. Important remarks. Every set is a subset of itself. Definitely. What is definition of subset? That every element is contained in, every element of A is contained in A, na? So A is a subset of itself only. Okay. Now next is empty set is a subset of every set. Yes, beta. Since the empty set has no element, we will say phi is contained in A. Okay. So empty set is a subset of every set. Any set you can take at the place of A. Next, every set is a subset of the universal set. We know that universal set is the biggest set which contains the sets under consideration. So definitely A is subset of U. If we have two sets A and B, B is also subset of U. A and B both are subsets of U. Means they are contained in U. Clear? Yes. Now we are going to continue from the question number 5. State whether each of the following statement is true or false. We just have to tell true or false. See beta, this set 2, 5 is subset of 2, 5, 2, 15, 3 and 5 or not? Yes, definitely 2 and 5 are in this, 2 and 5 are in this also. So this is bigger set, na? This is smaller, this is subset of that. So this one is true because every element of this set is contained in this set. Next, this set 0, which is having the elements 0, 3 and 5 is subset of X such that X is a natural number. But what is this set? This set means natural number means 1, 2, 3, 4, natural numbers, right? And this set is this 0, 3 and 5. Now you tell me, is this set subset of this? No. Why? Because this 0 is not present in this. We have one element which is not member of this set. So this is not contained. This one is not contained in this. So this statement is false, as this is not subset of this. Okay. Next, x is a multiple of 3. You know multiples of 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, all. Okay. And is it contained in a set of integers? X. Yes. Because every multiple of 3 is integer. Na? In this they have given this set has those members which are integers. So in integer we know we have positive numbers also, negative numbers also, 0 also. So definitely this set is a subset of this. So this statement is true, right? Next, x such that x is a prime number. In this set we have prime numbers between 10 and 20. You know prime number go on itself only. Factors are 1 and that number only. So between 10 and 20 we have 11, 13, 17 and 19 as prime numbers. Are they contained in this set? We will have to see. In this we have those, this set is set of odd numbers between 12 and 25. So beta 13, 15, 17, 19, 21 and 23. These are elements are making this set. Now you see, is this set contained in this? No, because this 11 is not belonging to this set. Remaining all elements 13, 17, 19, 13, 17, 19 are here. But 11 is not member of this, na? So this set is not contained in this. So this statement is also false, right? This is not subset. Okay. So now coming to next question. Now what is there in this? P is a set having these elements 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Q is a set having 2, 3, 4 as elements. R is a set having 4, 5, 8 as elements. Then we have to tell which statements are true. Better they are saying P is contained in Q. You see P has 6 elements, Q has less elements. So how P can be subset of Q? So this statement is false, clearly visible, right? Now they are saying Q is subset of R. You see in Q we have 2, 3 and 4. And in R we have 4, 5 and 8. 2 and 3 are elements of Q which are not in R, right? So this statement is also false, as 2 and 3 does not belongs to R, right? Next, R is subset of P. Now you see, R has elements 4, 5 and 8. In P also 4, 5 and 8 are included. Other extra elements are also there. So definitely R is subset of P. So this is true, right? Next is P is subset of R. Now you see, obviously P is bigger set, R is smaller set. How P can be subset of R? So this is false, right? Next they are saying P is equivalent to Q. Beta, for this I will have to see cardinality of P and cardinality of Q, na? So cardinality of P is 6. It has 6 elements. Cardinality of Q is 3 because it has 3 elements. So as cardinality of P is not equal to cardinality of Q, these sets are not equivalent, right? These are not equivalent means this statement is false. Okay, P is not equivalent to Q. Next, Q is equivalent to R. You see in Q also we have 3 elements. We have to just see cardinality. In R also we have 3 elements. So cardinality of Q and cardinality of R is same. Yes, they are equivalent. Okay, means Q is equivalent to R. So this statement is true. Clear? Next they are asking Q is equal to R. No. You see in Q we have 2, 3 and 4. In R we have 4, 5 and 8. Elements are different. Equal means they should have exactly the same elements, but these are different. So these sets are not equal means this statement is false. Clear? I hope it is one more set. Okay, what set I am taking? I am taking set S in which I have elements 3, 4 and 2. So now you tell me, is Q subset of S? Proper subset of S? So you see in Q we have 2, 3, 4. In S also this 2, 3, 4. Order doesn't matter. They are equal sets, na? So Q is not properly contained in S. Properly means in S we should have extra element. So this statement is false. Clear? Next one more. How to find subsets of a set. Beta see. If A is a finite set containing n elements, means cardinality of A is n, right? The number of subsets of A will be 2 raised to power n. I can give you example. If I have a set, this 4, 8, right? In this I have 2 elements. So according to this formula, you know cardinality of A means n, value of n is 2, right? Because 2 elements are there. So I am saying by this, I am saying number of subsets are 2 raised to power n. N is 2 here, so 2 raised to power 2 means 4. It should have 4 subsets. So yes, we can see 5 is subset of A. Okay. Then this singleton 4 is also a subset of this. This singleton 8 is also a subset of this. Subset means part of this set, na? And this, obviously this A is subset of itself only. So these are the 4 sets. Okay, this is first part of 7th only. Okay. Now next, same here. We have one more set B. They are asking subsets of B. First you find how many subsets will be there. N is 3. Cardinality of B. N or NB means cardinality of B is 3, right? So number of subsets will be 2 raised to power 3. 8. So I have come to know 8 subsets will be there, right? First you take 5, last you take this B itself, 3, 6, 9. Now remaining sets you have to write. But obviously take single elements, singleton 3 contained in that, singleton 6. First you take single elements, make sets with these. Now you take pair of this. First you take 3 and 6. This is subset of B, na? Right? Now you take 3 with 9, 3 and 9. Now you take 3 with 6. I have taken 3. Now you take 6 with 9. So all the combinations I have taken, and this one 3, 6, 9. So can we count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have got 8. So 2 parts I have done in 7th. Third part you will do yourself, beta. So now this chapter is complete. You just keep practicing maths at home. Stay home, stay healthy. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.